Esperanto. Thank you.
Them two young ones.
Looking up at the newspaper. Hey, hey. The position is not so good.
What's your name?
Sri Lanka reporter.
Good. Okay, guys, now time for pictures. Please come here, join us. We want you to know.
Nice to meet you, David.
This is my son, this is my son. Peter, this is my daughter.
No, just communicate with them.
Oh, hey.
Another one. Here, you give me your camera, and I'll take the picture of you and the minister.
One. Did your cameras work? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Here, actually, and we'll take care of it. Yeah, thanks.
Hi. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, send me the ID and my passport. Doing well? Canada. black ribbon, is this, black ribbon is up Tuesday, right?
It's printed there. Yeah, I got some. I got some. And then you're shocked.
Did you get the messages from me a week before? Oh, yeah, from Bob Ray, of course. Look, we're trying to get ready.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Call me upstairs, say a few words, and then I will call the chair.
Thank you and welcome back to the Transat Holidays International Stage here at the exhibition. Again, my name is Jules. I'm your host here at the International Stage. Really appreciate having everyone here. But I'd like to welcome to the stage, to start off our presentation, our small little presentation with the National Ethnic Press. I'd like to welcome to the stage the President and CEO of the National Ethnic Press, Mr. Zaras.
Thank you for coming, all of you tonight, to be with us. I appreciate your presence. I promise you to have a wonderful time as every day at the CNE. Mr. James Melvin, President of the Board of the Canadian National Exhibition, Mr. David Bednar, General Manager of the Canadian National Exhibition, Honorable Peter and Madam Van Loan, representing the Right Honorable Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper, and Honorable Mr. Kariyanis, Honorable Mr. John McKay, and Mr. David Zimmer, representing the Honorable Dalton McGuinty, Premier of Ontario. It is an honor for me to welcome you here today at the CNE, and allow me to remind you that the CNE is an exhibition of trade and culture. Part of both are the ethnic communities, along with the strong communities of the Anglo and Francophones of our great country. And this is exactly the meaning of today's celebration, the recognition of the importance of our communities, all our communities of the Canadian human social chain. So, on behalf of the hard-working members of the National Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada, for one more time, I am welcome you and thank you for your presence. At this time, I want to thank and I want to call the chair, the president of the Canadian National Exhibition, to say a few words.
Thank you very much. We're very pleased and proud to have this opportunity to talk about and be at one with the foreign press. It is excellent, the media coverage that we get down at the CNE and all of the things that happen down here. It's really, really nice to be able to reach out to all of the ethnic communities that we serve and participate in activities at the CNE. And I think it's especially nice that the minister has been able to come down today.
Right now, I'd like to welcome to the stage the Right Honorable Peter Van Loan, Minister representing the Prime Minister's office.
It's a pleasure to be here for the opening of the pavilion of the National Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada. I know how hard they work to promote excellence in journalism among members of the ethnic press, and it is indeed appropriate that they be here and that this exhibition be here at the Canadian National Exhibition, capturing the reality of Canada today and providing that vehicle for a connection between this great fair and so many from these communities across Canada. On behalf of Prime Minister Harper, I would like to thank all of those who are involved in the community's press, as well as those who consume it, many of you in the audience, for their unwavering devotion to Canada, to our open and diverse society. Canada has been immeasurably enriched by our broad array of cultural traditions. Each community is part of a cultural diversity that is one of Canada's greatest strengths. When you look at how we perform in this globalized world, the strength of our economy, one of the reasons for that is that we have connections to every part of a world in a trading world. We can be proud to live in a country that values diversity and champions the values of democracy, freedom, human rights, and the rule of law. Our country is strengthened by our diverse multicultural press, a key component of our information society, and I'm proud to live in a country that embraces that diversity. Canadians are rightly proud of the fact that we are from a nation of people who have come from all around the world here to build this great country. My family is no exception. On my mother's side, I'm Estonian, and they came to this country seeking freedom, hope, and opportunity, refugees from successive waves of Soviet, Nazi, and Soviet communist occupation. In fact, had they not come here, it's likely they would have faced the fate of most of the rest of my family at the hands of the communists, which was, of course, a very unpleasant and certain fate. But they came here and built a bright new future. And in our home, when I was growing up, we had that channel to keep the cultural ties alive, and in fact to keep the hope alive, in the form of an Estonian community newspaper called Vaba Estlane, which today has succeeded and merged into something called Eesti Elu. The other Estonian newspaper was Meie Elu. And they have grown together to form one vehicle, which also now recognizes that there are successive generations who have become more Canadian, who are also looking for their content not just in that home language of Estonian, but also in English. And in this way, they're evolving and reflecting the way that those different cultures are coming together and building this country. And what is also interesting is that Vaba Estlane, that stood for the word Free Estonia, at a time when Estonia was not free, when people were suffering under communism, and the people here in Canada kept alive, as they did in so many other communities, that dream of freedom. And it is something that the many cultural newspapers from all across many of our communities actually do. As we look at changes in the Mideast, as we look at the changes 20 years ago in Eastern Europe, in the former Soviet Union, you know that many of those newspapers and those community press at the time and now have played a role in promoting those great Canadian values of freedom, of hope and opportunity, and of promoting those back through their communities to those home countries to make the world a better place. So we're very, very proud to be able to support and contribute to those newspapers. As leader of the government in the House of Commons, the role that I have right now, I was formerly Minister of International Trade. I want to thank all of the multicultural media for the remarkable contributions to our nation's continued progress. I commend all of you for your continued efforts to provide Canadians with the important and useful information that is so important for our communities to stay strong and vibrant and to promote the success of our free and pluralistic community. So congratulations on the opening of the pavilion, and I hope that everybody enjoys this outstanding feature that has always been important to me from the time I was a young child, and that is the exciting role that the Canadian National Exhibition plays in the lives of people of this community. Thank you very much.
And now welcome to the stage, the man who always lets us know to let go to the X, General Manager David Bednar.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Minister Van Loan, Leader of the House, the President Melvin, Mr. Saris, members of the Ethnic Press Council. You can tell who the members of the Ethnic Council are because they're the guys with the cameras, right? And I think they have pads of paper and pencils somewhere or maybe there's a new way of taking notes, I don't know. The CNE is proud to be a celebration of community. We have, right on this stage, we have, over the course of our 18 days, approximately 130 performances And I can tell you that all but 4 of the performing groups that will be appearing on the international stage actually reside within the GTA. There are only 4 that have come from outside our community. And I think that if you come across the CNE, you will see that we have indeed represented at the CNE every single aspect that you could think of the international complexion of the current city of Toronto. And that's something that I think we should all be very, very proud of. I'm so pleased that the federal government was kind enough to assist the Ethnic Press Council with a little bit of financial support for their display. I encourage you to go and see the display. It's a wonderful, wonderful exhibit. And of course, while you're here, I hope you'll have a great time at the X. So thank you all very much for coming. Let's go to the X.
Thank you, Mr. Bednar. Really, really appreciate that. And now welcoming to the stage 2 members of federal Parliament. We have the Right Honorable John McKay and the Right Honorable Jim Karygiannis.
I'm not sure about the Right Honorable, that's the Prime Minister. However, folks, it's a pleasure to be here along with John. We'll bring you greetings on behalf of the Liberal Party and Mr. Ray. I thought the Minister a little while ago was going to announce $10 million for the ethnic press. He forgot the one. He forgot the one. Well, we're here to bring greetings to you and wish all of you a great summer for whatever is left. The other voices, the ethnic voices, they're the ones that are read mostly right across Canada, because when people come to this country, a lot of us can't read English, can't speak English. And I will speak about my 82-year-old mother. Not a word of English. She raised a son which is a member of Parliament. However, when she reads the Greek paper, if I had something bad in the House of Commons, she tells me and she lets me know. These are the papers that we got to make sure that we support, and these are the ethnic media and the means of media that the government has to get behind. Because when you put them all together, they have more readership than all the mainstream media right across the country. And in that, we thank you. John, I'll pass it on to you, and we'll call up Tom to say for us to give him something.
Who here has a bucket list? Who's got a bucket list? Things that you want to do before you pass on to the next life. I would recommend very strongly that on your bucket list you go to Pier 21 in Halifax. One of the most interesting treasure troves in the world of how people came to this country. And recently I had an opportunity to be there a couple of weeks ago, and I looked up a family from the Baltic countries that I knew. And it was all there, a binder full of material, signatures, government documents about how these people all came to this country. Imagine sailing across the North Atlantic in an open boat, a decommissioned minesweeper in December of 1948. That's how some people came to this country. And the contribution the Estonians have made, the Baltic countries have made, the Finns have made, the Asians have made, et cetera, make our country what it is today. And the ethnic press in so many ways reflects all of those concerns and reflects those great journeys. So put Pier 21 on your bucket list, because it's well worth the exercise. Thank you.
And I'd like to invite Tom Saras up here. Folks, we all come from different parts of the world, but there's one thing that we have in common. Whenever you travel, wherever you are, there's a flag. A red flag with a maple leaf in the middle. And when you see it, you know that you're damn proud of it. Tom, I know I'm giving you a couple more, but I'll keep giving you flags until one day we'll be able to give you money.
Thank you, Ministers McKay and Karygiannis. Representing the Liberal Party of Canada, Scarborough-Guildwood, Scarborough-Agincourt. And welcome to the stage now representing Willowdale, the Member of Provincial Parliament representing Liberal Party, the Honourable David Zimmer.
Well, thank you very much. My name is David Zimmer. I'm the Liberal MPP for Willowdale. That's up in the north part of Toronto. So if anybody in the audience is from Willowdale, I say a special hello to anybody from Willowdale. It's a great place. I'm also here because Premier McGuinty, the Premier of Ontario, asked me to represent him and bring his greetings to this exhibition. He wishes he was here, but he has to be in Ottawa this weekend. I love coming to the exhibition. I come every year. I first came to the exhibition when I was about 4 or 5 years old with my mother and father, and I've been back most years since then, and I won't tell you how old I am, but it's almost a half a century ago. So thank you very, very much. Have a great time at the exhibition, and I do want to compliment the Ethnic Press and the Council for all the work that you've done in making everyone, from wherever they are, feel fully welcome in Canada, and for keeping the current event coverage in your newspapers as effective as you do. Thank you.
I want to thank the National Ethnic Press for their time. Let's give them a round of applause. Our wonderful members of Parliament, provincial and federal, as well as members of the Board of Governors here at the Canadian National Exhibition.
Te llamas, ¿cómo lo quieres?